Greetings, it's Ian from RTO here. Welcome to Tuesday, and we're going to have a viewer's request today, and this is for a band called Star One, and it is a side project of another band we'll be doing at some stage, and that's Argen, which is the mind and brains of Anthony Lucassen. They're a good band. It's like a super group. It's released 3 albums and has different singers. Russell Allen from Symphony X is involved. Damien Wilson, Threshold and Arena. Dan Swanu of Edge of Insanity, and of course Floor Jansen of Nightwish. Now, unlike Aaron, Anthony's focus on here is each album doesn't follow a storyline. Each song is a different sci-fi concept and series, and they have released 3 albums under this name, and they have all 3 albums are really, really good. I really enjoy this. So coming in at number 3 is their debut album from 2002, and it's called Space Metal. So we have got Iain Anthony Lucassen on guitars and keyboards, Hammond organ. Got Ed Warby on drums, Russell Allen, Damien Wilson, Dan Swanu and Floor Jansen take care of the vocals. So the first one is called Lift Off. It's got a nice little keyboard, but it builds up into something, and it's really good. And it goes straight into the second track, which is called Set the Controls, which is sort of themed round Doctor Who. And it's certainly got that Scandinavian sort of rock thing. The vocals are on this because they all do the little bits, so it's great when you've got 4 great singers just contributing to a song. What a great track that is. Then we have High Moon, which is based on Outland. There's some terrific riffs in this. It's got that melodic metallic sound as well. It's very, very good track. Then we have Songs of the Ocean, which is basically around Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home. You can hear Floor's wonderful vocals on this. Some lovely tones on it. It's a lovely song. But my favourite track on this album is Master of Darkness, which is based around The Empire Strikes Back. It's a fabulous track. Love the drums and the interplay between the keyboard and the guitar is killer. And Russell Allen does a lot of the singing on this, and it's absolute killer. I love Russell Allen's voice. Then we've got The Eye of Ra, which is based around Stargate. Fabulous track again. You know, the vocals are brilliant. Then we have Sand Rider, my second favourite track on here. It's based around Dune, and we've got some of the finest symphonic rock you'll play. You've got Russell and Fleur doing the vocals. They sound great together. The drums are made are really good. It's an excellent track. Perfect Survivor, which is based around Alien. Floor is doing the vocals on that, and it sounds wonderful. And then another of my favourites, Intergalactic Space Crusaders, which is based around, remember Blake 7? The combination of great singers, great keyboard, and lots of solos and little runs. It's a fabulous track. Then we get Star Child 2001, which is based around a Space Odyssey. Some great chords on this. The guitar solo is wonderful, absolutely brilliant. Then we get Spaced Out, which is loosely around Dark Star. Great track. All 4 do the vocals on that, and it sounds super. Inspirable Enemies from Enemy Mine. I love the guitar solo on here. Absolutely brilliant. That was the last track. It's a brilliant album from a killer band. 4 fantastic singers. Great musicianship. So I'm going to give that one an RTO ranking of 8.6. Okay, coming in at number 2 is the third album. It's called Revel in Time. It's got Arjun, Russell, Damien, Michael Romeo from Symphony X is on here as well. Tino Dean Summers from Delane is on here. Ron Bumblefoot is on here. Andrew Vandenberg. The list goes on. Jolyn Turner, Jeff Scott Soto, Roy Khan. There's just Tony Martin. There's so many people playing here, but they're some of the big players on this. So the first track on this one is called The Fate of Man. And it's inspired by the Terminator. And it's we got Brittany Slanes sings this, and she's from Unleash the Archers. Her voice is absolutely hard hitting. Them high notes. What an interesting track. Brilliant stuff. Then we have 28 Days Till the End of Time, inspired by Donnie Darko. Russell Allen sings this, and I love the guitar work from Arjun. It may be him, it may be whoever was in Ron Bumblefoot, you just don't know, but it could be. But the vocal is definitely Russell Allen. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Then we have Prescient, which is inspired by Primer. Now this is sung by, I think it's Haken Nova, and it's a great track. Do love that track. Some great guitar work on that one again. Back from the Past, inspired by Back to the Future. You got a brilliant track, and it's got Jeff Scott Soto, who sang, of course, with I think it's Sons of Apollo and Nuvi Malmsteen. It's a great vocal from him. It's a brilliant song again. It's just got lots of that. It's Scandinavian wizardry on the keyboards, the drums, the little guitar licks. Really good. Then we have Revel in Time, which is inspired by Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. And it's sung by Brandon Yeagley, who's in a band called Crowbot. Really good vocal. You know, some of these people I've never really heard of. Or the bands, and this guy can sing, and it's, again, he's on the money. Brilliant track. The Year of 41, which is inspired by that film, The Final Countdown, with Kirk Douglas, when they go back to 1941, and Jolyn Turner sings that, and it's brilliant. Joe sings great on this. Lovely riffs. Then we get Bridge of Life, which is inspired by Frequency. Damien Wilson. Oh, brilliant. I love Damien Wilson's singing. Doesn't matter if he's in a Threshold or whatever he's done. He's got a super voice. There's some stunning keyboard work on this. Absolutely killer track. Then we get Today is Yesterday. And this is inspired from Groundhog Day, believe it or not. And it's Don Swanu. He's a great singer. So I don't know who's doing the backing vocals, but it's absolutely brilliant. Good stuff. And then the Hander Clock on the clock, which is Source Code. Floor Jansen sings this, and I love Floor. I think she's brilliant. And this is just her at her best. It's really hard and heavy, and you can imagine as when she's on stage with Night Swift, when she swings her head round and the hair flows, she'd be doing that on that track. It's absolute killer. And then we've got Beyond the Edge of It All, which is inspired by an old classic, Sapphire and Steel. And this is John J.C. Kuipers, who's in Praying Mantis, of course. And it's got one of my favourite guitar solos on here from Aaron. It's absolutely brilliant stuff, and it's a great vocal. I do like Praying Mantis as well. Then the last track on this one is Lost Children of the Universe, inspired from Interstellar, and this is sung by Roy Khan of Camelot, and this really suits him. Absolutely brilliant. You got a bit of Tony Martin in there as well, and Floor Jansen. It's terrific. Great track. Last track. Another fantastic album from top to bottom. Great songs, great performances, fantastic musicians. that sort of symphonic Scandinavian power. You can't knock this album, so I'm going to give that an RTO ranking of 8.8. But my favourite of these albums is the second one that came out in 2010, and it's Victims of the Modern Age. The singers on here are Russell Allen, Damian Wilson, Dan Swanu and Floor Jansen. Arjun doing all the other things. Bass player is Peter Vink. Drums are Ed Warby. And got guitar solos on some of them. Gary Verkamp. And on keyboards in some of them we've got Joos van der Burg on keyboards. So the first track is called Down the Rabbit Hole, an introductory song which is sort of based on two things: The Matrix and an allusion to Alice in Wonderland. Inspired by both. It's just got a bit of that Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy music, you know, Journey of the Sorcerer. It really is good. I love this. The keyboard work on it is absolutely fabulous. Then we get Digital Rain, which is, again, this one is inspired by The Matrix. Great track. The keyboard work on here. This is done by Joos van der Burg. It's brilliant. Absolutely top draw stuff. Then we've got The Earth That Was. Second favourite track on here. This is inspired from Firefly and Serenity. This is one of them that sounds so good under headphones. The keyboard sort of goes from one ear to the other. Absolutely brilliant track. Great guitar work. Then we have Victims of a Modern Age, my favourite here. This is actually based on, inspired by a Clockwork Orange classic film. That's the best track. You've got Dan, Russell, Damien and Floor all contributing on the singing. They create such a vibrant sound. You've got some great keyboard work and guitar work. Brilliant track. Human See, Human Do, which is inspired by Planet of the Apes. Floor sings this. It's wonderful. There's some great drumming on here from Ed. Absolutely fabulous. Then we have 24 Hours, which is inspired from Escape from New York. The opening singing from Damien is absolutely brilliant. And that haunting guitar from Arjun is brilliant. Then we got Cassandra Complex, inspired from 12 Monkeys. It's a great vocal again. Damien hitting them notes perfectly. And then we get It's Alive, She's Alive, We're Alive, which is inspired by Children of Men. Again, Damien takes the lead on this. The others are there doing all their others. It's still got some wonderful keyboard work on this. This whole album has got some stunning keyboard work on it. And the last track is It All Ends Here, which is inspired from Blade Runner. Lots of vocals on this, but the main vocal is split from there. But Floor's wonderful backing vocal things and the guitar work again. I think this album has got some of the finest performance from the four singers. They nailed it. It's got some of the best. Arjun's brilliant guitar work is on here, and Joos van der Burg's keyboard work is wizardry. And this is just top draw stuff, so I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 9 out of 10. Go and check these out. If you like that symphonic sort of sound, you're going to love this. If you like your Scandinavian sort of thing, although these are Dutch, it's got that Scandinavian feel about it, and they're really good. I'll put a few tracks in a playlist so you can go and have a listen. Okay, coming up next is Retro Ranking, and today I'm going to talk about U2 in a positive way, and I'm going to talk about my favourite songs by U2. So for joining me for that, bye for now.